more action packed than the corner store bodega in the first of the month. Oh, it's the Flex Zone on WBGR, the only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. That red light's on. It's go time. We're live on that WBGR sports page. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Flex Zone 1, like our Facebook page. Twitter, at the Flex Zone 1. Of course, Instagram, like our pictures, at the Flex Zone 1 as well. And most importantly, we got you to get you to subscribe to that YouTube, the Flex Zone Podcast.
The first one.
On YouTube, of course. You can call in, talk to us. 301-429-WBGR. Straight Flex Zone tonight, no guests. Straight, no chaser, as they like to say. Got a lot of fun topics to talk about. Of course, we got that Flex Talk to kick off the show. The Power segment with Brian Power Waters. And, of course, the one you've been asking for, the Goofy of the Week with our very own Crevonte, last but not least. Can't do the show alone. You know my name. Same face, same place. But I got to start it off, bat and lead off. Cousin D still holding on with the Orioles, baby.
That's right, baby. It's been bad this year, but dang we got a plan. We selling everybody. And we going young. We selling them all.
Where can they go to follow you?
Of course, Byron, on Facebook, the Mars Analyst D, and the Twitter at Dice29.
Stay tuned. I will send Manny Machado to L.A. the right way. But he's a 90s kid, captain of the Goofy ship, the patriarch of this show, along with my boy Dre. It's Crevonte.
Ah, man, it feels good to be back, man. Another Monday. Man, are these lights a little brighter than usual, or is it just me? Gosh. Crevonte Hurde, CREVONTEHURDE, Facebook, Twitter, and Crevonte_Hurde on Instagram.
Last but not least, it's Dre season. Half man, half amazing. The straw that stirs the drink.
And half goofy. There's three halves of it.
He doesn't raise the bar because he is the bar. There's nothing he cannot do. Goofy. We call him the bishop because he preaches the gospel.
Goofy.
LaAndre Melton.
Goofy.
Once again, we wish you happy birthday, brother.
Absolutely, man.
Good to see you again, co-founder of the Flex Zone.
And the straw did stir up the drink last week, didn't it?
The Monday Night Delight, by the way. I can't forget that one.
Thank you, man. Like a fine glass of wine, I'm getting better with time. Young LeBron out here. Thank you, man. I appreciate all y'all coming out to Melba's this week. On Saturday, I'll be at the Israel Baptist at a comedy show for a friend of the show, Jewel Carter. You know, it's
almost like Jewel, what up?
It's almost like a "Where's Dre" type of thing.
Shoot, we got where the word is D, where the word is
because we know what we have for football is "Where's D."
Come back to that way.
But yes, y'all, I am the Black American Dream on IG, of course, Facebook, Andre Melton, and on Twitter, Andre1A Melton. Snapchat is Be More and Show Off. Follow at your own discretion.
Of course, we got to shout out the social media team, Uncle Raj in the building, and of course, AJ always holding us down on the social media tip, getting those followers, those subscribers up, doing the hard work. We make it look easy, but they do the hard work. But before we get started, sad note, we got to have a quick moment of silence for Tyler Honeycutt, who was found dead at the police standoff. Fortunately, we'll have a moment of silence. And we're back. Of course, if you want to stand up here with the panel, be a guest ideas, anything like that, email us at theflexzone1@gmail.com. But, of course, we kick the show off now with Flex Talk. Let's get straight to it. ESPYs happened this past week. Anybody watch? Because I didn't.
I watched a snippet, I guess. I mean,
Jesus.
What?
We got a caller.
I don't know. I was like, is that
The phone lit up? No.
Oh, it's lit around.
The phone might have seen the ESPYs.
The phone lit up and then it went dead.
Hey, man.
Well, D, they gone.
Kind of like the ESPYs.
See ya. Oh.
But, I mean, what about Jim Kelly getting the
Jimmy
V award?
Well deserved.
Right up there with Dan Marino was by his side, and John Elway was right up there. I mean, you know, we've seen some great men over the year get that award. I mean, big ups to him because he's been battling cancer for years. He's still as tough as he was on the field, off the field. So.
Well, thank God he got to see the Bills make the playoffs because they ain't making it no more time.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my
Wait
God.
a minute.
Unfortunate how we get so high and then we get so low. Are there any surprises with the players of the year in their respective sports?
Not really.
Look, LeBron won the male
NBA.
athlete.
Obviously Alex Ovechkin, you know, Stanley Cup champ.
That's right. Ring it in one more time.
Go ahead, soak it all in.
You go ahead, it's your moment.
Absolutely. Listen, man. I'm still watching on Instagram like pictures, silhouettes of people holding up the Stanley Cup trophy. How long do they get to have this?
Forever. Next season.
What's in the words of Jericho? Drink it all in, man.
Drink it in.
Oh man, oh yeah.
And then you drink it in on the cup.
Actually on the cup. Yeah, this is really cool. And you know, Alex Ovechkin, obviously little
wrestling reference for you. Come on.
Much appreciated. Big ups to him because we know how long it took. It looked like it wasn't going to happen. At one point, you know how I feel about my DC team. So having one recognized for his great talent and his perseverance is always good.
Well, before we keep it moving, gotta check in on the Facebook. Everyone watching, booming already.
Oh man.
So we got Michael checking in, talking about Indians are gonna win the World Series.
No.
Jasmine's watching. Nicole McDonald's, thumbs up. Shout out to you. Make sure I get everybody in here, but thank y'all for watching. Any thoughts on SBD?
I know we had the Arthur Ashe Award. The ladies, I had the situation Michigan State. A lot of courage towards them. Doing what they did, telling their story. Always great to see that. Of course, we said the Jimmy V Award was always a tearjerker.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
always
I mean, they always, you know, it always takes us back to his actual speech.
Yeah.
And you can listen to his speech at any time.
Great speech.
And it's still very, very moving. And it almost brings a little thug tear to your eyes.
That one.
This is just one. It's just one.
One little,
it's no
on the corner.
It's just one, you know, face straight, you know, but it's always good and it's always well deserved as well.
Well, speaking of well deserved, it's funny how the world of sports works. And Crevonte, it's funny that you had the last word about our first topic. Because I'm coming to you. Because Melo is going to Houston. He'll be taking his talents to H-Town where they accept the purple spike. And he'll be playing with the bid. He'll be playing with CP3. And you will have to talk about it week after week. So you can get the first word on Melo joining Houston, veteran minimum deal, 1 year, $2.4 million. And how about this? He got paid $28 million to say we don't want you anymore. Get the hell out.
Do you?
So
know?
wait, but this what's that? Yeah, $30 million.
Just to say we don't want you. Go play basketball somewhere else.
Between two teams, $30 million.
And Oklahoma City receives Dennis Schroeder in the deal, which I think is actually really good for them. Get another guard. Westbrook can play the 2. Paul George can play the 3. But Crevonte,
Westbrook ain't playing the 2.
I'm just saying what should happen.
Do y'all understand why he got the veteran minimum in Houston? He's washed. Because he's a washing machine.
He's a wash boy.
That's what he is. And at this point in his career, he's in the spin cycle. It's almost over. It's all but over. The veteran minimum? He's Carmelo Anthony, man. Carmelo Anthony, veteran minimum? Oh, boy.
I want better for you right quick.
I
heard Dwayne Wade might be going to China. He ain't getting no love. He might be going over to China.
I didn't know that.
I'm waiting for like Chanel, Mikkel to like chime in or something because I know they've been.
They're washed. I can't wait till they come on the show. I can't wait.
And this is for anybody. Crevonte, D, Dre. Does he start? No Trevor Ariza. They resign Joe
He has to start. That team
is
trash now.
Is Capella coming back?
That's the big key. He has to come back.
If you lost Trevor Ariza, you better hope that Capella comes back. I mean, you need. I think for them, this is their big 3. So you have no choice but to start Melo. Whether or not he's washed up or not, you.
No, you're right. Because outside of the guys, Chris Paul and James Harden, who else is there? You have to start Carmelo Anthony at this point. But with Capella, the situation with him is he thinks he's worth $40 million. I picked the right one.
You're on it.
$40 million? And if we don't give it to you, then what you gonna do?
Sit your ass at home.
He's restricted, so no other team's giving him that right now.
That's what I'm saying. So you chill out and try again next year. Like, hopefully this contract situation doesn't make him a disgruntled player because that's only gonna hurt the Rockets even more than the washing machine Carmelo Anthony is.
It reminds me of the Tristan Thompson situation. He had a really good year, got paid, and then hasn't really lived up to the contract.
I knew that was a mistake.
I'm not big on Capella yet. 1 year out of nowhere. System, D'Antoni.
But you know what helps? Whenever you win a championship, that helps everybody. Look at Joe Flacco. When you win a chip, I'm just saying, whenever you win, it helps. Winning cures everything.
I mean, it only helps certain people. The down part of winning a championship for any team, any organization, any sport, everybody thinks they were the reason why they won a championship. So that's why it's so hard to get dynasties and things like that in sports and keep dynasties going, because individuals want their money. They do this. They play this. This their livelihood. They do this to get money, get the most out of their time.
Well, I mean, unless you're the Golden State Warriors. I think that's the only team. I think that's the only team I've ever seen.
That's the golden exception.
They are the exception. There are a lot of unselfish players on this team.
Yeah, I mean.
So does Houston? How far do they go, real quick?
I still say Western Conference Finals. I mean, last year, if they had Melo, I think that they may have actually been able to beat the Rockets. It's being that.
I mean the Warriors.
I'm sorry, beating the Warriors. Because last year they had the Warriors on the ropes. It was just a matter of just if they were just able to make if they had just made a couple of baskets, they could have won. So I think this year it'll be more the same. But I think that Golden State just loaded up. They leveled up when they got Boogie Cousins.
Once again,
you just
the champions get better. Once again,
at that point, I don't know. That's like when. To me, that's equivalent to when Brady had Moss, or
yeah.
Or you getting Revis on that defensive end. Like, I mean, at this point in time, it's the Golden State Warriors still and everybody else.
Remember, Brady didn't win with Moss.
Yeah, he didn't. You're right, but I mean, what they were record breaking and everything.
Had a historic year.
Came up a game short.
But gosh, what I was about to say. The Rockets, the bench. Their bench took a hit, and the bench is really, really weak. I think their ceiling is the Western Conference, reaching the Western Conference Finals, because if they see the Warriors again, it's going to be worse than before.
Well, you know what I said?
You said it like it's going to be a sweep.
It's a new sheriff in the Western Conference.
If this Rockets team see this Warriors team, I don't care if both of them full health, they're going to sweat.
I wouldn't go that far. I ain't going that far.
Sweat.
But you know what I say? It's a new sheriff in the Western Conference. Somebody this man loves, and Uncle Raj loves, LeBron James. And you Lakers fans need to learn how to appreciate the king. Stop messing up those murals. You jealous Lakers fans.
I agree with the second.
Kobe Bryant ain't coming back to help y'all. Y'all need LeBron. Y'all bow down and kiss the ring.
We're kissing nothing.
Right, Dre?
Hey.
But we bow down. We own him now. We own him.
What are you, the authority?
That's right.
Well,
you got the ball.
I own my own competition.
You got the bald head like Triple H anyway. So
look at it, Byron. You're not gonna bring me into this and not let me.
You bow down to the king.
James.
You bow to the king. That was a disclaimer. Now we had another retirement in the NFL this past week. One of the best corners in recent memory, Darrelle Revis, hung up his cleats.
Hold on, I thought you already retired.
Oh, he retired.
I thought the island was already boarded up and closed.
He retired about 3 years ago.
Revis Island has been washed away. On the cusp of the Hall of Fame of this year with Ray Lewis and the crew. Is he a Hall of Fame?
No question about it. No question about it. I mean, he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Depends who goes in. We'll see how long the speech will be, but the island will be in Canton.
First ballot.
Yes.
Yes.
He's the best corner of his generation. What are you talking about?
Yes, and it honestly wasn't really close.
He had a 3 to 4 year window.
Are you insane?
And y'all want to sit up here
Are
and
you
get
insane?
this man first?
Wait, no, wait. Who else had a 3 to 4 year window where they were the best corner?
No, I'm giving you the fact he was the best corner for a very short amount of time.
That's
3
not
to 4 years.
3 to 4 years.
I'll admit, his 3 to 4 years, you're not touching.
Who else? Once again, who else have dominated their position, especially corner, for that span outside of prime?
Right.
So do you think he gets in, just not first ballot?
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer, just not first ballot.
I actually do agree with you. I know not first ballot, but I think he towards the end of his career he did kind of let us down.
I mean, this man was getting what was that one game he was getting torched by? Like it wasn't even a top receiver. It wasn't even a top receiver. He up there pulling his hamstring.
Yeah, blow the whistle.
Somebody should have blew the whistle. Coach should have blew the whistle on him and got his behind up out of there.
You need some.
Well, let me break the tie. All that man did was hold his whole career.
Come on,
Uncle Raj, he's older.
The greats do. All the greats do.
Oh, what's wrong with him?
So,
all the greats do.
So the Legion of Boom was just holding people.
All the greats hold.
That's like saying Richard Sherman won't be a Hall of Fame.
Holding is part of the game, just like all the great offensive linemen hold. It's part of the game. It's all in who you get when you get caught. or if you get caught.
Can't believe.
Well, y'all know who my favorite corner is. And that boy in Jacksonville, Jalen Ramsey, baby. Now, that's a Hall of Famer, first ballot.
Hey, yo, he's on. Hey, he's on his way.
He is on his way.
He's on his way.
Don't you be respectful to Jalen Ramsey, the best corner in the National Football League.
He's one of the best. Yeah.
Well, Sherman, you talk about washed up.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I want this year to bring it. Because I agree.
This year we'll talk a lot about Sherman. He's the man. They don't have any other corners, so.
I agree.
And San Francisco.
And I love the 49ers, but they don't have any secondary.
Jimmy G, they better hope Jimmy G carries them.
Oh, no, Jimmy G's can carry something.
Hey, speaking of Jimmy G, I know you watch this show. I love me some Jimmy G, a.k.a. Brady 2.0. And that's my boy. That's all I'm going to say. You keep doing what you're doing. You making your daddy proud.
Hey, wait, Byron, what you say? Shoot the club up, man.
Shoot the club. Courtesy of Jimmy G, baby.
Why are we doing this?
I would just say
Why are we
this.
doing this?
He does like experience, ladies and gentlemen.
Why
I
are we
would just
doing
say.
Hey, look, I like experience too.
Why are we
Thank
doing
you,
this?
Jimmy G.
Why are we doing this?
Now that's a Hall of Famer.
On both ends.
You know what I'm saying?
If you didn't say it, Google it.
The views of the Flex Zone do not reflect the views of Byron
Views or flus? Like which one?
We don't know.
and Andre Melton.
Well, we gotta keep it moving. I said last week, and I'm gonna let y'all jump in. It's still a dynasty, not a dynasty anyway. They can't even beat the Patriots on their worst day in the preseason. But the Le'Veon Bell situation has come to a head. They give him another franchise tag. I think this is his last year. Chanel, we know you're a Steelers fan. All y'all Steelers fans out there, this is going to hurt y'all not only next year, but this year. I tell you that, book it.
You know what, Byron? I thought you was crazy, Nancy, but you know what, brother?
Y'all going straight.
You know some brother. Raven Mania,
That's right,
man.
That's right.
What you gonna do, Pittsburgh? That's right. Raven Mania runs wild on you,
baby.
Hey, you know what?
Yes.
I agree with you, man.
Yes.
The Ravens.
They're going to wear straight to what?
They're going straight to the AFC Championship game, baby. I'm a believer.
Wait. This is when I start, baby. This is when I start pumping on drinks, baby. You got that down. No.
That's right.
I've seen training camp.
Listen to this.
The draft was great. And we're going to get it done. The Ravens are a playoff team this year. I am a believer.
Yes.
I'm a believer.
Yes.
I'm a believer. Yes.
Man, if y'all don't sat down somewhere.
I was with you, but you said AFC, they'll make the playoffs, but I don't know.
Devontae, what does this mean for the Steelers and the outlook of the AFC?
Gosh, it's just so much. Yeah, so much goofiness, so much at one time. All I could do is, this is all I could do. But
Throw the whole down.
it hurts. It's definitely gonna hurt the Steelers because he's looking. His agent already said he's looking to hold out again. You know, when you hold out, you're never really prepared once you actually start to play. And the Steelers are in a position with, I mean, the Ravens did get better. I mean, I guess everybody in the division outside of the Bengals got better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is not a time to be, because they're at the top. It's not a time for them to start taking steps back because the Ravens aren't but so far behind.
Big Ben
ain't know the Browns since they got them baseball guys out of the front office. They're going to eventually turn it around too.
Right.
But the Steelers, pay this man. I'll find a way to pay this man. I know you can't because they done broke off Antonio Brown, Big Ben, and you probably don't have it. You probably really don't have it to pay this man over a long period of time. That's why they continue to franchise tag him just so they can handcuff him for another year. He's gonna go. He's gonna hit the open market, and somebody's gonna pay him.
I mean, checking on Facebook.
They can beat the Ravens. We can pay him, Dad.
Jerron, yes, I did say the Patriots. They can't beat the Patriots in Madden. They can't beat them in Little League.
I don't even know why this was a thing. Like dynasty. Are we talking about the 70s?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's no Steeler dynasty.
We got Jerron Rusty Harris, who picks up when he leaves the Steelers. They're gonna have to get somebody because I think he gone. Shout out to Jerron, D's boy. But yeah, so the Steelers are going straight to hell.
Yes, they're going down.
I mean,
and I want y'all Steelers fans to call in and debate it.
But unfortunately, they're still the best team in the division.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. That's right, D.
Not anymore.
That's right, D.
I seen training camp. The Ravens look good, baby.
In the words,
Training camp?
They look good.
away.
Hey, practice.
Go away.
Make perfect.
wait a minute.
And Mr. Jackson
but
looking
away.
good.
Wait a minute.
Go
But
away.
you said
Go
you said
away.
practice, right?
No.
But yet isn't
Practice.
but Tebow He didn't do.
Screw Tebow. Why are we talking about him? Why are we talking about him?
Tebow broke his hand. He ain't playing no more.
He's done.
He's gone.
Go back to ESPN, man.
But no, I mean, I'm still waiting to hear from Chanel.
They're not. They have nothing to say.
I'm calling for APB out.
They have nothing to say. Put him on the milk carton. Put him on the milk carton.
Mr. Pound is on that batting cover, so he's gonna be jinxed too. Yes, yes.
You know what? That is true.
Yes.
In the words,
day.
in the words of Rob Parker, if they don't get it done this year, as my boy Rob says, that window's closed.
Well, they ain't getting it done.
And that's and to me that's a damn shame. When you had the one of the best at all three positions of quarterback, wide receiver, and running back, and you weren't able to get it done. Not one Super Bowl. I think we could get it. We could be like, all right, one, they got it.
Defense.
They didn't get anything.
Second day.
They still have the stats.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
Steelers, do you think they're a playoff team?
I still think they get it. They got.
Yeah.
If all three of them stay healthy, yeah. I think
Depending on when Le'Veon Bell, how long the holdout is.
I think the issue, honestly, with the Steelers that I don't think we've ever seen all three together healthy when it matters most.
Yeah.
I think
But they've played together, but when it matters most, I don't recall a time when all three of them have played together.
It's rare. Either it's a suspension, an injury, or hold. It's something.
And it'd be like when they took on the Steelers. I mean the Patriots, and it was what Le'Veon Bell who got hurt, or was it Antonio Brown? It's like one of the key components gets hurt.
But okay, so when we're talking playoffs, we obviously talking about 6 teams. How many coming out the South? One. How many coming out the West?
Andrew Luck is throwing the football, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sleep on the Colts.
That is good, but it's still gonna take us some time
He's
to get
still gonna
to
be
it.
I think South could get 2 teams in, man.
He's still gonna be running for his life.
What about the West?
One team.
I can see one.
The Chargers.
East.
One team. The Patriots.
So nobody. So
There's still 2 spots left for the North.
The North is going to get 2 teams.
so
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Steelers
They
is gonna make the
might
playoffs.
get 3 if the Browns play up to expectations.
So wait a minute. Nobody's. Y'all are sleeping on the Broncos,
Yep.
the Raiders.
Yeah, the Broncos are no offense.
The Texans.
Yeah, that's his team.
I never sleep on the Texans.
I'm rolling with the Texans to win the division.
Woo! Well, say it for the preview.
All right.
Say it for the preview.
But we already know where his bets was leaning.
But
all
I mean,
knew that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's not going to be easy road for the Ravens to get it.
It's not going to be easy.
No,
to
of
say.
course not. It's not like last year.
I think that Blake Bortles paying him, he's gonna take a step back, which was really much of a step in the right direction anyway.
But
what they should have did is they should have just got rid of his ass, and they should have.
But then they got rid of the receivers.
That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
Like
the problem.
it's all defense. Now they look like the old school Ravens.
Yeah, they did lose a lot of receiver position. I'm a little worried about that. But
Look.
more worried about
Go
this.
Texans.
More worried about these 2 gentlemen. Kawhi Leonard was traded for DeMar DeRozan.
Go Fig.
And we know Crevonte may
Fig.
have something more to say about
I
it
got
later.
something later for
But
you.
before you guys go, Spurs starting lineup for the 2014 Finals team no longer gone. Tony Parker
Arthritis.
playing with Jordan. Danny Green.
Are you joking?
Danny Green now in Toronto. Kawhi
Yeah, he's
in
done.
Toronto. Duncan, he is.
He gone.
And Boris Diaw.
He gone.
So
How you get Boris
Dre,
Diaw on this
do you
job?
like this trade? Is he even going to stay past 1 year?
No. No.
This
Is
goof-
Toronto better?
This goof talking about setting out the whole year, but
Could lose $20 million if he does that, by the way.
honestly, we talked about teams that we said need to be blown up. We've talked about the Wizards and them with Beal and Wall. We've talked about the
Raptors.
The Trailblazers in addition to them with McCullough and Leonard. I mean the Raptors were just the first ones to do it.
The fact of the matter is you can't win with 2 guards as your best players.
And it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard with no big man. It's hard.
I mean, and then also everybody's talking about the organization did DeMar dirty, but I mean, in all actuality, it's business.
I say no. Listen. Now
You know there's no loyalty in sports.
I do know that, but if the reports are true from the president GM telling DeMar we're not going to trade you, that's tough. That hurts because he knows he's a franchise guy, and everybody knows he's a franchise guy, and then you trade him within a week.
And he still has 3 years.
Tough.
3 years left on his deal.
If that is what happened, that's tough. I mean, you're right. It's no loyalty, but don't tell that man that and then turn around and do it. Like that's worse than not having loyalty. That's a stab in the back.
So you mean to tell me if there was a trade offer, DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard, You're not taking it?
But I'm saying, why would you go out your way to tell him you're going to keep him and you're not going to trade him?
How do you?
That's the difference. That you're telling me, sure, I would take that trade, but I'm not going to sit here and tell my man in his face because I know that trade's a possibility because Kawhi Leonard doesn't want to be there, and I know he has to go to an Eastern Conference team. But I'm not going to sit here and tell DeMar, oh, DeMar, man, we're not going to trade you. I'm just going to be like, whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to befriend anybody because I know this is a business.
Hey, Jerry Jones befriended T.O., and guess what?
And befriended Des Bryant too.
And look at both
of them. That's what I'm saying. There's no way, but I'm not going to befriend him. Tell him, oh, I'm not going to trade you. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that.
Your boy did that with Snyder and RG3. I'm just saying.
And look what happened there.
So
exactly.
The Raptors, are they better? Are they still the third best team in the East?
They're still the third best team in their own division, which means they ain't far from doing anything. I mean, I like the trade, but you got a Kawhi that don't want to play there. I mean, it's just not gonna work out. And Kyle Lowry, come on. I mean, let's get real.
You know what's so sad
and Sir Chewbacca.
Oh boy,
let's not forget about it.
What's so sad about all this is the Raptors, legit. If they had just kept all their pieces, they may have been able to actually make a good run without LeBron being there. Think about it. Number one seed.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what they could have
games.
done if they didn't run into LeBron with LeBron out the way. If you had kept the coach and kept,
I would definitely kept the coach.
Then who knows what could have happened? But I mean, you know,
Kawhi Leonard is better than
he is.
Sure. That's why I'm like, you present that trade to me. Of course, I'm taking it.
And
but I'm not going to go on my way to befriend and tell him we're not going to trade you because more often that happens.
But the thing that Kawhi Leonard definitely has to do is he has to play. He cannot sit out another season.
No, fact.
He'll lose too much money.
Facts, I agree.
They're going to have Drake call him, send him some free OVO gear, some tickets, some unreleased music. He'll be fine.
And very quick, I know we got to go to break, but DeRozan going to the Spurs, huge.
That might put them back in the playoff.
Him and Lamar August should be a good 1-2 punch.
I agree.
A good AARP.
I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see with that.
I'm not sold.
I actually don't think the Spurs are a playoff team, but this could maybe make them an AC, possibly.
I mean, look at the West.
It's stacked.
I think
the West is stacked.
Yeah, we'll have to do a separate segment about who gets in and who's not, because that's a whole.
I think the Spurs
thing.
still get in. I think
I'm not gonna say nothing to the season. So
it's like you don't want to have them out, but it's like
no, because the bottom of the West is still the bottom of the West.
Yeah.
Jerron on Facebook says, "Where do y'all see Dez going? Is he waiting for somebody to get hurt? I don't know where Dez is
Absolutely.
going.
Absolutely. That's all you're waiting on because you missed your opportunity.
Dodo Bird.
And Jamil Webb checking in saying Brown's gonna be 7-9. Wouldn't be surprised with that.
Hey,
John.
And reports are that Josh Gordon got his head on straight. He's getting the help he needs. No issues. He's just missing some time to get.
I'm gonna say he's gonna miss some time in camp because he has a treatment plan.
They say he's
in
good
place.
to go.
So it's not like he's just holding out or just not gonna play. He's
getting high.
It's a part of his treatment.
And Jerron said the Browns and Raiders are his 2 wild cards.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not big on the Raiders.
I'm not either.
I don't believe the hype.
Everybody.
I don't believe the hype. I don't believe the hype.
They digged out John Gruden. Now Brett Muskenberger digged out of retirement. He's gonna be the radio voice. I mean, what's going on?
What if John Gruden had went to the Dallas Cowboys? That may have been a better fit.
Money wise.
But
I don't know about
definitely this. It would have been the Lakers and Dallas definitely headlining ESPN every day.
But as we go to break, Jerron, screw Dez Bryant and screw the X because it's the flex zone and he's not welcome here. We'll be right back after this break talking some MLB, and I'll say goodbye to Manny Machado. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, this is Crevonte Hurde here. I am the senior producer and co-founder of the Flex Zone. Follow me, Crevonte Hurde, at CREVONTEHURDE, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Crevonte_Hurde. I am the voice of reason on the show. I point out all goofiness when I see it, and trust me, there is a lot of it. Check us out.
Ain't that right? Come on, man.
Get out of here. That's what I'm going to do. The goofiness. There it goes.
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is. Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the man of 1,000 nicknames. And all I'm saying is go ahead and like our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. You see us every Monday at 10 p.m. on WBGR. So you might as well go ahead and hit that like button for me. Not asking for much. Hit that like button. You already know what it is.
We're back live here on the Flex Zone. The only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Action-packed show as always. The originals are here. The crew's in the building. The bros, the gang. And we got a new Twitter poll. Follow us on Twitter at the Flex Zone 1.
The Twitter.
How far will the Dodgers go? Will they win the NLCS? Will they lose the NLCS? Win the World Series? Lose the World Series?
Man,
I got them going, but losing to the Yankees. I'm still not Kershaw.
Brian H. Waters, stay tuned. I got something for you.
Oh boy.
At the beginning of the year, I had the Dodgers. I had the Dodgers favorite to go.
We want that LA New York World Series.
I mean, I think that's what the world. That's what the world is. That's what the world wants, and that's what baseball is. I think they're trying to push.
Yeah, they really
but Dodgers haven't really not lived up. They're still in contention, but they haven't lived up to to their normal standards. I think this pickup is huge. Huge.
Donald.
Now,
Dope 45.
now I gotta ask my brother real quick. What is the standards for the Dodgers? Because I mean, I don't recall them winning the championship anytime.
Them getting to Game 7 last year was a big thing. You had Magic Johnson at the game, all the celebrities.
That facet
Dodgers
is good.
Have a legacy just like the Yankees do. Not as strong, but still, nonetheless, it's a winning atmosphere over there.
You going off that the Dodgers won the pennant? that call is
The Dodgers won the pennant.
I'll admit that's one of the best calls ever in baseball. I mean, in the history of sports, not just baseball. But I mean, that whole L.A. New York, you know. I mean, they've been pushing it. Think about it. What, Lakers,
Knicks.
They've been trying to push that for years.
But that
Lakers.
We knew that wasn't going to happen.
That's never a thing. Not in basketball.
What I mean, football. Lord knows that ain't happening anytime soon. But the Giants, nah.
Hey man, the Chargers might go, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, you're only going to get one of the two.
No, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
Basketball was the closest thing that you were going to have to it. I mean, baseball. It seems like it's a possibility to have it. You know, at this point.
I say it's baseball now.
I mean, it's so many variables in baseball, and there's so many teams that are good that it's less likely to happen in baseball. But this is a big move, man. This is a huge move.
Like we said, chime in on that Twitter at the Flex on 1. Where do you think the Dodgers will go? D, gotta come to you. The Midsummer Classic came and gone. Exciting All-Star game in D.C.
You know, I got to admit, the National League got the game in the extra innings because I'm like, this game is over. The American League should have this in the bag. They did the 10th inning, for sure. But props to the National League at least getting the game in the extra innings. Props to Bryce Harper winning the home run derby. That's the only thing he going to win this year. Props to him.
Hey, listen, I ain't got nothing to say. You want to talk about not living up to the hype? Yeah,
I think they should trade him and get something, but that's me.
They're in contention. I'm looking now. They only, 6 games behind. I mean, do you really want to trade him?
Yes.
He going to leave anyway.
I mean, if you legit think you going to lose him, by all means, trade him. That was my same thing with Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
If you're going to lose him, get something.
And they have money. They might can re-sign him if they want to. The whole Yankees thing.
Quite possibly. I just don't want to go to New York because Dre's been trying to call this for the past. It seemed like forever.
I actually think New York wouldn't be.
No, I said when me and Byron talked. Once they got Stanton, it honestly changed everything.
Because if he goes to the AL, I think he's a DH.
You don't. At that point, you don't.
DH.
The Yankees rotation, if you really look at it, they don't really need Harper in there. I mean, they have their big four, and then also if they talk about adding Manny Machado, that to me that's a wash. I think that Bryce Harper, if he's gonna, Bryce Harper goes anywhere,
this is not Mellow segment, please, sir.
I think that no, I'm not saying that he's a wash. I'm saying that
he's a wash.
That part. I'm saying that part of him going to New York is a wash. I think he either goes to me the Chicago Cubs. Or
I was thinking that.
Or he goes to the Dodgers, being that he is actually a West Coast person. People forget that he's actually from Vegas.
Now, D, overall, we saw the All-Star game, thought it was pretty good. Josh Hader, former Oriole, exposed for some tweets from the past.
Never good, man.
It figures.
Never good. That darkness always shine to light. Hush him.
Seriously, boy.
It's not good, man. Hopefully he get right.
Having a hell of a year, by the way.
Yeah, he's with
another
the
Oriole that was traded away doing good.
Hey, look, the Brewers, man, are doing good right now, man. They only, a couple games behind the Cubs now. They was in first for a long time. But let's hope Hader get his act together, man. He
did get a standing ovation last night.
That's good.
It figures we cheer racists, but we boo people who get on one knee in the NFL.
Hey, you got a point, man. I can't deny that. You got a point.
You know the
had
NFL.
a debate about that yesterday.
As long as those guys are in charge, look, it's going to continue to be goofy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, at some point you gotta get serious about this. I mean, I just don't understand how you cheer a guy who, I mean, despite his productivity, because he did something clearly. He went to the All-Star game, but I mean, that's really an issue that we're cheering a guy who had racist tweets. I mean, everybody can turn their lives around. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have a chance to do that, but I mean, in the NFL, you really blackballed and forced a man out of a league, out of his livelihood over a stance over police brutality. To me, that just baffles me.
And which was well within his right, just like it was well within his right to tweet.
Real quick, Jerron, check back in. He's saying we don't like the wide receiver core of the Raiders. Cooper, Nelson, Bryant. Bryant being the wild card because he needs a record year to get the contract. Cooper can't let him take his team, and he said Oz is a dumpster fire.
I don't like
Oakland's defense.
I don't like Jordan. I don't see how Jordan Nelson's going to fit in here.
I don't like Oakland's defense.
I don't
outside of Khalil Mack. Name me one player.
I already said I've never liked it.
They went in the Dominican sweepstakes. They whiffed.
Big time.
Yeah.
They need some help.
I mean, all across the board, like.
But thank you for checking in, bro. I appreciate all the content. Now we get to the fun stuff. D, you got on your Orioles jersey.
Yeah.
Right.
Manny Machado is now a Dodger.
I'm holding on, baby.
Now, before he was what? Second in batting average, second in hits, first in home run, second in RBI. Now, before I say goodbye to Machado, D, your thoughts on seeing him go to the Dodgers?
It was tough. Thank God he didn't go to the Yankees, first of all. Thank the Lord, because that deal almost didn't get made. Thank God. But seeing him go to L.A., it was tough. It was tough, man. But I'm happy he's moving on. He have a chance to be in a deep playoff series because the Orioles are clearly going down more worse than Trump's presidency right now. I mean, it's just down in the toilet. But I want to hear this for him, man. But shout out to Manny. I'm rooting for him. Get it done, Manny. Please get it done.
Crevonte, Dre?
Go ahead, bro.
Get out, man. The ship was sinking. Get out of there. The Titanic. Get out of there. Get out of there.
He's sinking, boy.
Look, I mean, they blowing everything up. So I mean, you do this.
I think they're gonna keep stroke.
He was going to leave one way or another. Everybody else with the Orioles.
They did get 5 players for him.
I would have did the deal personally a year sooner because you would have got much more value back. But
yeah,
guys, I mean,
they need prospects.
You're right. I mean, they got young prospects. You could tell the Orioles are clearly in rebuilding mode. Everybody, Adam Jones. It's a shame that window closed.
That was tough.
The Orioles, and I mean, they had it. I mean, I remember how the city was just rooted for the Orioles. Going to the playoffs, and we beat the Tigers, and then we just run right into the Royals, and I mean, we were like, okay, if they just get some pitching in there, and it's just a damn shame to see that the Orioles go and decline like that. And I mean, despite being a Yankees fan, I mean, I still love my home team, and it's honestly just sad what happened to the Orioles, but. The Yankees, you gonna win the World Series, baby.
No, you're
Forget
not.
Manny Machado. We gonna get him back anyway. We gonna give you a blank check, baby. I'm telling you gonna come over. Yeah, it's all about the money, right? It's all about the Benjamins. Yes. Get that camera on because you know what time it is. You know what time it is. America, yes, call in. Damn it, stop switching camera angles on me while I'm going on my Yankees rant. You know what time it is. Yankees, we're gonna win the World Series.
You're not even in first place in the division.
Go ahead.
You're not even in first place.
Yes.
You're 5 games behind the Sox. Not even in first place.
They don't need to be in first place because we don't care about that. We care about championships.
You care about going home because you're going home. Houston's gonna beat you. Somebody's gonna beat you.
Wait, you know
what?
Going home. You know what beat you? You done beat that damn couch up because y'all been home for a long time, man.
Okay. That's okay.
Continue to be home.
That's okay. Right. But I'm sticking with the ship. I don't jump down.
That's right. Well, you see, D has his Orioles jersey.
I ain't jumping.
I wanted to say goodbye to Machado, so I wrote not really a poem, just a soliloquy. So. Machado, as you take your talents to L.A., we remember those days where you barely could run up the base because he was half-heartedly running up the base, right? Times when he got caught stealing halfway between bases, didn't know how many outs it was.
No.
Speaking Spanglish because
he was young. He was young, Byron. He was young.
Then I remember he threw the bat. Remember he threw the bat. He threw the bat and started a fight, kept calling people out, charging the mound. But there was some good times, too.
There's some good times. The 3-1 home run game he had.
3 home run game against L.A., against the Dodgers. throwing people out from the opponent's dugout over 90 feet, making plays with his arm. Probably the greatest third baseman I've ever seen. I didn't get to see Brooks Robinson play. And sadly, another great player goes to L.A. So as you join LeBron, Mike Trout, the Rams with all their crew, we will not forget about you, Machado. And with that said, I got my Dodgers hat, baby. Because I'm wrong with you, baby. I'm going with you, baby. I'm joining you with LA.
No, he not.
I'm joining with the Lakers.
No,
I'm joining all of
Florida's changed his mind.
I'm going
Changed his
the
mind.
Dodgers will win it all because Machado was there. I had my hat. I wrote my poem. Take me with you, man. I'm going. I'm going with you. I'm going with you, Machado.
Get it off. Get it off.
We're going with you.
Get it off.
He's wearing number 8 because he loves Kobe. Y'all Lakers fans should be happy. You got LeBron. You got Mike Trout. You got the Rams. You got the Chargers. And you got Manny freaking Machado.
Hold on. I know it's not on the top. Mike, quick. What y'all think about the Trout comment saying he's not being a great ambassador of the game of baseball?
Who's Mike Trout?
Right now, Manny, I'm coming with you to LA. Orioles, y'all suck this year. I'll be back in 3 years. But let's go, Dodgers, baby. Let's go. Ain't no work like that. Screw that. We don't get no more Papa Fraud anymore anyway. So there's no use in me watching the game. I'm going to LA.
Actually, we did the other day, but I didn't use it.
He said,
The Papa Fraud sucks.
You know what? We were
So wrong.
in between the zone segment when we was in the car on the way up here, and between Manny Machado, LeBron James. No wonder that dude isn't coming back from Insecure because they don't have the funds probably to bring him back anyway.
LA is lit. We're loving it. I'm booking my ticket. We're going to Dodger Stadium. We're going to get some Dodger dogs, and we're going to root for the Dodgers. And we're going to get that LA New York World Series.
This guy
And
had
this got out of total hand.
And I'm going to wear this hat for the rest of the show.
As you should.
Any other thoughts on the MLB before we move forward as we head towards the stretch run?
the American.
He said it was Mike Trout.
Yeah, he said, forget my. He like, who Mike Trout? Wow. He sound like the commissioner now. That's what he said.
God.
Because how are you in LA and you're the best player in all of baseball? And
'Cause the Angels haven't done nothing, that's why.
Like everybody's like, okay,
Angels haven't done
they're
nothing.
Like, who?
The Angels, how far they got? To the playoffs 1 year, lost to the Royals. That's all they done. They haven't done nothing.
Exactly.
They haven't done nothing.
Exactly.
So that's why.
So the best player in all of baseball needs to go somewhere else.
Hey, I don't disagree. You can come to the Royals. You want to? Come on, baby.
Trust me, he ain't
Not now.
coming to the
Not now.
No.
So
You can't turn this
I'm
shit
trying to get it out.
So
They got
is
everybody.
the AL going to win it all? The Astros, Yankees, or
It
the Red
looks
Sox?
like it looks like
Yeah, it look like the
because,
American League one is
even
gonna win.
even
Looks
with
like it.
even with the Manny Machado signing, what do the Dodgers really have?
Kershaw, get back.
Kershaw, you still have a question mark. Can he get it done? If Kershaw can show me in the World Series that he can get
They may make a move for another pitcher.
no,
They like
no,
Jack Britton.
to get to
They need
for the
bullpen
World
help, man.
for the
Yeah,
World
they might get
Series.
Britton.
They got, to me, the Dodgers have all the components, but to me they're the favorites no matter what to come out of the NL. AL, it could be a toss-up. It could be the Yankees, Red Sox, or Astros. You
All
can
about who plays who.
Yep.
either way. So, to me, it's just honestly down to those four. And I just don't see the Dodgers beating any of those teams.
Go Houston, because the Rockets ain't going to do it for you.
Oh, boy.
You ain't lying.
But you're
You
right.
ain't lying.
We're going to take a real quick break. On the other side, we're talking Power, Brian H. Waters. But as we go to break, Dodgers, baby. Machado, I'm going with you. Don't leave me yet. Orioles, going down.
Hey, what's good, people? This is Crevonte Hurde at Crevonte Hurde, CREVONTEHURDE. Facebook, Twitter, Crevonte_Hurde on Instagram, and I'm with
Your friendly neighborhood cousin D. And of course, you can check me out on the Twitter at DieSportingNet. And of course, Instagram, undercase DMARUSD.
And of course, check out WBGR Sports Network and check us out, The Flex Zone, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Facebook Live.
Every Monday, so if it's the NBA playoffs, MLB playoffs, Monday Night Football, or...
Did you just say Monday nights?
Sweet! What is this? What is this? Get off me.
This is your boy Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the man of 1,000
Goofy
nicknames.
Goofy nicknames.
Hey, look.
What? What do you want?
Look, I want them to tune in every Monday
That's
at
right.
10 p.m. to see us live for all the debates that we have.
And goofiness.
And all the goofiness, too.
Because we are the only place that can do what, Crevonte?
Give you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
We're back live. Flex Zone, only place give me your sports how you want it when you need it. And yes, I got on my Dodger hat. Because I need the Dodgers to do it for me. They took Machado from me, so I'm going where Machado goes. But with that being said, our guest of the evening needs no introduction. Brian H. Waters, better known at this time of year, Brian Power Waters. Brian, I got my Dodger hat on. I know I'm an Orioles fan, true and true, but this year I just can't do it. I just got to see Machado do well.
Man, it's been a rough week, to say the least.
He sounds so down.
Hey, dude. Jesus.
You've been watching Monday Night Quell.
No, boy.
You know when you had that Band-Aid on, and you know when if you take it off, it's going to hurt. It doesn't excuse the fact that when you take it off, it still hurts. But time heals all wounds. And something need to happen with Monday Night Raw, because if it wasn't for you guys, as Cousin D would say, Monday Night Quill, I'll probably be in and hit the GTS myself and gone to sleep.
Well, you know why we got you here, Brian. Episode 4 Power. There's a lot going on. Give us your thoughts.
Man.
Brian, and that's it. Brian Power Waters is out.
I said earlier in the group chat, I don't know if y'all caught it, but I was talking to my coworker, and I was telling her what Crevonte says every week about Tate and Lorenz Tate, and he just took it to a whole new level this week. He's really writing his death sentence. He might as well go ahead and plan his funeral now, because Kanan and possibly Tommy are going to kill that dude, and they're going to make sure Ghost is nowhere around. So that's one thing. I know the episode, the theme was whose team are you on? And so we saw that there. We also saw that with Tommy, and it kept being the saying about the family, and he's not a part of the family. So I thought that was interesting. I want to see, Teresi. I just can't see him lasting the whole season. I think something's going to happen with him where, that Kanan and Ghost might take him out, and it's going to hurt Tommy, or they might set up something to get rid of him. But it's also interesting now that Kanan has finally weaseled his way to the Italians. So and then last but not least, I think if you're a Team Tasha fan, you may hate Ghost even more, not just because he ended the show side by side with Angela, but also on the simple fact that he just showed no emotion towards Tasha, the same woman whom he lost a child with. And how about that shoulder check? I know everybody had to court that. That was just vicious. Like, dang, dude, like, this is a lady you laid up with every night and made 3 babies with, and you just shoulder checked her like she was a dude on the street.
Man, Crevonte, what were you saying earlier? What was it about? Was it about Teresi or was it about Lorenz Tate?
Regarding what exactly?
I think you were saying.
I said a couple things.
I don't remember if you said, like, of course they gotta go, but it's not recalling to me something that you said in the car that stood out.
Dre and Ghost back on the same team, essentially. Saying because he thinks that Dre can be the face of the company because Ghost's mind is all jacked up.
Man, I love. I love. For me, I said I love the way Dre's been playing this season as a villain. I mean, this is some old school stuff where like you really hate Dre. We thought we hated Tyreek. We hate Dre. Dre is coming for that most hated spot right now because. I mean, to be able to roll up the Ghost on the at the grave site, and then to be able to, on top of that to sit up there and rub hands with with Tate, man.
But
he actually might be more hated than Kanan ever was.
And that's what I was gonna say, Brian. So with Kanan, one thing I did say on the car ride up here, was that you want to talk about who's playing the game. Kanan is really, really playing the game. I mean, he's playing 3 different sides of this and playing it really, really well. What I was I think, I'm thinking how Kanan thinks. He has two different ways he can go. If this happens, I'm gonna go this way, but if this happens, I'm gonna go this way. He's open to whatever happens because either way benefits him in one way, shape, or form. So it works out.
Yeah.
In this particular scene where the two goofies in the car shot over where Tommy and them was at, I feel like Kanan kind of planned on that, he was like, okay, if he goes in there, shoot the blanks, cool, mission accomplished. But these two are hotheads, so they're probably gonna actually put real bullets in the guns and actually shoot them up. And guess who's gonna save the day? Me. And now I'm gonna look good in front of the Italians, and they're gonna let me in, and I'm gonna gain more information along the way. I think it's genius.
It is genius.
I think it's genius.
Very genius.
And so he didn't have to pay those dues too.
So Brian, we about halfway through the season. Courtney Kemp says episode 5 is usually when everything picks up. I said somebody has to die next week. I don't know who. What are your predictions? We're about halfway through the season and coming into next week.
Oh my goodness! Please, 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 let it be Tate. But
Facts.
maybe somebody's not as important. I think one of the maybe Angela's love interest.
Man.
Maybe he died.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I could be wrong. That's kind of a fishing. But I don't really see like him being around to complicate things too much. I think if anything, he might complicate the investigation. But I think if maybe, who knows? You never know. She could work out a deal with Ghost where she say, even though she don't really care for that side of him, her career's on the line, and he just kind of jumped her on the biggest find she had. So maybe she gets rid of him. Who I would love to see go, but he just can't. That's John Mock.
We were saying
You were saying that.
He's so good at his role, though. Like, he's so good. But I'd love to see somebody put him. I guess we can't got careful because we're on the airwaves. But I'd like to see somebody get that character on television, not in real life. The character.
There you go.
we were just saying that's what we were saying on the car ride. We were saying how insulting that is to tell somebody that this is above your pay grade.
Yeah, because when everybody else says it, they say it about themselves. But for somebody else to tell you like my information is above you, you don't get paid enough to know what I do. That's quite disrespectful. That's quite disrespectful. But now I'm trying to figure out.
I never thought about it that way.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out who is he working for.
I'm like, you got a direct.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I thought the FBI was already on it. I thought the feds was already on it. He said above my pay grade. Excuse me.
I'm like, the only person I can think about is the president of the United States of America. Like,
I don't know.
His cabinet member.
I don't know.
My wife says he's with the Jimenez. She said he's a part of the gang too.
He's got to be because he talked to her directly.
Well, Brian, we gotta get you out of here. But how can they keep up with all your insight on Power and your podcast and sports insight? As I got my Dodger hat on.
The people should notify me at Brian H. Waters, and make sure you check out Break It Down with Brian H. We'll be taping tomorrow around this time and ready to air on Wednesday morning. Best to believe that I will be talking about the historic announcement that the WWE just dropped that I'm pretty sure y'all discussed earlier in the show that I will check out as soon as this show is uploaded right to y'all youtube.com at the Flex Zone Podcast.
Appreciate it, Brian. We'll talk next week.
Man.
That's right.
All right, take it easy.
All right, man. Peace.
Well, as we get ready to move forward in the show, the segment y'all been waiting for so patiently, we got to give it to you. Straight no chaser. You see the sign. Well, he got the cards this week. But it's Goofy time with the captain of the Goofy ship. Crevonte, take it away, sir.
Byron, appreciate it, man. Y'all already know what it is. These are the Goofies of the week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me my little bit of time. I've had two for quite some time, and then I slid a third one in there right before it was actually showtime, a couple hours before showtime. I'm gonna keep it really short. We don't got that much time. Because my other two are red cards. Okay, newsflash, red cards. But my first one is a green card, the one I just thought about. Baltimore Orioles.
Now, Manny Machado was going to leave one way or another. We know this. So getting a trade for him was what was best. But gosh, man, is this how you treat y'all homegrown people? Is this really how we treat your own? Like that I think that's what the goofiest thing about this is. Baltimore teams don't like their own players. I don't know what it is. The Orioles, Ravens, whoever, they don't like their homegrown players. I think they do best with their outside guys. But with that being said, you already heard from Byron. I wish Manny Machado the best in LA, and I think he'll do well because he got out right in time, right before the Titanic started sinking. Moving on. I'm sure you guys have all heard Kawhi Leonard has been traded to the Toronto Raptors, and DeMar DeRozan has been traded to the San Antonio Spurs. All right. What's goofy here is a couple things. One, the asking price that the Spurs were asking for Kawhi Leonard, which is why they kept him for so long. I don't know the details, but I knew it was too high if the Lakers said no. And the Lakers had all the money in the world and all the assets in the world. But they said no. DeMar DeRozan, your GM. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's no loyalty in any sport, not just the NBA, in any sports. As long as there's money involved, it's a business thing, and it's never supposed to be personal. But from the reports I'm hearing, GM/president told DeMar DeRozan that he was not going to trade him. I think it's really a backstab. It's that stab in the back to him to trade him right afterwards. And I know, and I'm inclined to believe the reports because he apologized. He came out with an apology, basically apologizing to DeMar DeRozan and the Toronto Raptors fan base because nobody saw this coming. Trade the franchise guy to San Antonio. Now, DeMar may need to look at it a different way. This may be a blessing in disguise. You're going to a much better coach and a much better culture. Now, as for Kawhi Leonard, does he have it? I don't know. Does he? He played 8-9 games last year. I don't know if he still has it. So I mean, it's a couple goofy things you can look at. You can look at loyalty, Kawhi Leonard, GM upstairs for the Toronto Raptors. I mean, listen, after you fired the coach of the year, we already knew it was all downhill after this. All right. Last but not least, once again, Carmelo Anthony makes once again, and once again, it's not him. It's the situation he's in. This got to be the third week in a row. So, Carmelo Anthony gets he goes to Atlanta. Now, initially reading the report, I'm like, wow, the Hawks, how did they get into this deal? No. Not at all. It's not what you think at all. The Atlanta Hawks agree to pay out his contract, $28 million, basically bailing the OKC Thunder out of their luxury tax hole that they put themselves in by signing goofy Carmelo Anthony, aka the washing machine. Just for him to get waived and go to, at the time it was 3 options, but I think we all knew he was probably going to the Houston Rockets. And now he's with the Houston Rockets on a veteran minimum of about a little bit over $2 million. My man made about $30 million in 2 weeks. This is amazing. But I think the goofiest thing here is the Atlanta Hawks. Why? Why are you bailing the OKC Thunder out of their luxury tax hole? I believe OKC picked up Dennis Schroeder.
Got the Hawks back player, by the way.
So I guess the Hawks uplifting that contract helped, but you bail. I guess because they had nothing money to blow because ain't nobody there now. Just to bail OKC out.
They do have Trae Young.
Sir, Trae Young. Okay, you bail him out just to have him leave, and you get a pick in 2022.
3 years from now.
3 years from now. Atlanta, you're goofy for so many other reasons, but now this takes the cake. Listen, I can't. It writes itself. Listen, who are they? Baltimore Orioles. Kawhi Leonard, DeMar DeRozan trade, the goofiness from the GM, and last but not least, the Atlanta Hawks. All of you guys in a weird combination are my goofies of the week. Get it together.
Goofies of the week by Crevonte.
And the words of our man Carvis Jones, the Hawks.
The Hawks!
What you say, Crevonte, in life? There's a thin line between what and goofy?
There's a thin line between goofy and great. And they on the wrong side of it.
I had to throw that in there. Real quick as we end the show, we got a minute. Dre, D. Big announcement from WWE real quick, D and Dre. Feel free to hop in. Brian alluded to it. Let the people know out there if you didn't.
The WWE has announced a women's-only pay-per-view for October 28th.
Story.
And the New York Coliseum, can't think of the name. Nassau Coliseum, that was home to WrestleMania 2. You have the finals of the Mae Young Classic, second annual. All the women's titles will be defended. Maybe you might get a women's tag team division too out of it. So it's a good another step for the WWE in the right direction.
Y'all must want me to come out again.
Yeah.
Y'all want me to come out again.
Man, so I like it. It's a good move, man. Good luck.
I love it. Love it. Well deserved, ladies.
We'll do more on it next week as more details come out, but I just had to get your initial thoughts. And when is it again, D?
October 28th, Nassau Coliseum, and on the WWE Network.
So you get SummerSlam, then you get an all-women's event that even Crevonte can smile at.
Right.
We'd like to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Of course, it's the Flex Zone, only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Make sure you follow us at the Flex Zone 1 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe to that podcast, the Flex Zone Podcast.
First one?
The first one.
And make sure show is executively produced by Crevonte Hurde, Andre Melton, the founders, D, always a pleasure, Cousin D, Uncle Raj, AJ on the social media side. I'm your host, Byron Dixon. And until next week, don't be goofy, but like that, we gone.
Peace.
LA, baby, I'm coming. Machado.